Unlike your normal gym challenge where you're given a bunch of ingredients, some recipes, and a heap of flexibility around nutrition, in Unleash we help you create a simple and sustainable structure that can be tailored to any goal. Now, Marianne, our dietitian, has created 15 healthy, nutrient-rich meals to get us through the next 28 days. There are 5 breakfasts and 10 main dishes to choose from. Now, the twist is you don't get to taste them all. You only get to choose 4. So over the next 2 weeks, the 4 that you get to enjoy will be eaten on repeat, so choose wisely. Now, you can eat as many times as you like throughout the day, but you can only choose one of those 4 dishes. Now remember, you will be scanned regularly, so make sure that you're portion controlling correctly. Now the purpose of this is to build structure around meal preparation and also to understand what the less fortunate people go through on a daily basis. This will in turn help us be grateful for what we have. I mean, if you were homeless or you lived in a third world country and could only afford the rice and veggies you grew yourself, you wouldn't have the luxury of choosing one of 100 dishes for each meal. Now, we often overcomplicate things with healthy eating, trying to come up with new fancy recipes and dishes for each meal, when really simplicity is all we need. Now, you may be wondering or wanting to ask, can you have a cheat meal? And the answer is a fat no. What do you need a cheat meal for? To give yourself a pat on the back? You see, society has created this so-called reward over the years. You have a hard day at work, let's sink a few beers. You win a sporting game, you get a McDonald's award. I mean, how is it really a reward when you're actually punishing yourself with poor food? Not to mention having a cheat meal or cheat day when your willpower isn't strong or you have poor self-control. You actually create a bridge from bad habit to bad habit, and the issue being a weak mind never gets the chance to strengthen. So the answer is no, there are no cheat meals. Now, accompanying nutrition is a golden rule, and that one that we should be following on a daily basis, and that I believe is the easiest to muck up, and that's your daily water intake, which is drinking 1 litre for every 30 kilos of body weight. Now, I suggest you add a litre or 2 on hot or training days. And my advice would be to get one of those big water bottles and to lug it around with you throughout the day. Now, many people often ask, is alcohol allowed? So firstly, there is 0 alcohol permitted. Alcohol adds unnecessary calories and slows down the rate your body breaks down fat and decreases your muscle performance. Not to mention the poor food choices we make when you're intoxicated or you're hungover. Remember, it's not about sacrificing, it's about prioritizing. 0 alcohol. Only options besides water are decaffeinated tea, sparkling water, or flavouring infused water. If you're thinking, I didn't say coffee, you're right. It wasn't there. There are many benefits to drinking coffee or caffeine, but when abused, there are also avoidable side effects such as poor sleep, anxiety, and of course, stained teeth. But don't stress, coffee lovers. The rules change and you never know what might pop up. Over the next 28 days, I recommend mixing up the types of training sessions you do to keep your head in the game and your body progressing. So, for the next 2 weeks, you will have to exercise a minimum of 5 days a week for a minimum of 1 hour per session. Now, considering that an hour is roughly 5% of your day, I'm sure you can manage this. And if you don't have spare time, you need to make some. The next 28 days is about you, and you'll see how this flows on to the rest of your life. Now, exercising doesn't have to be intense or even be in the gym. You can go for a brisk walk, a run, a swim, or even do some Pilates. Now, we just want you to get in the habit of moving with intention on a regular basis. Putting yourself in an uncomfortable position on a regular basis to make yourself a better, well-oiled machine gives you just enough stress to ramp up your focus, creativity, and your drive, and helps you respond to life stresses in a more constructive fashion when unexpected things happen. Now, getting out of your comfort zone, or controlled stress as I like to call it, helps to build that desired resilient character that can determine what's worth stressing about or what to take as a grain of salt. Now, the next discipline isn't a popular one, but because there are so many great benefits like increasing alertness, a stronger immune system, and of course, decrease stress levels, it was pretty hard not to include it. Now, the way the cold shower discipline will work is for the first phase, at the end of your warm shower, you will have to turn the hot water completely off and stay in the extreme cold for about 30 seconds. Now, I know this might seem like a daunting thing to do, but trust me, the feeling you get once you finish the cold shower and you're drying yourself off, in my opinion, is similar to that endorphin rush you get after a hit out in the gym. Now, by following the nutrition plan, moving daily, drinking enough water, reading your goals, and taking cold showers, you will not only improve your physical health, but also your mental health and well-being. Remember, discipline equals freedom, and by committing to these daily habits, you're taking a step to becoming the best version of yourself.